It gave me more time to prep an encounter with spider newts that Steve saw from Moby 3's eyes.
So let's not put those words together again.
I will say all of that. I think I got Aslan, who I think might be Consalo. I don't know. It's part elf, part wings.
That's what we were told.
And there's one big, I don't know, there's a bunch of them that just seem to be relaxing, but there's one big beastly thing next to Consalo. I cannot assess threat level at this point.
Does he look like he's a prisoner?
I can sneak forward a little bit and maybe try and listen, but there's a chance they might hear Moby 3.
What does he look like? Oh, I telepath to you. Does he look like he's a prisoner?
Thank you. They definitely not a prisoner. They're all relaxing. I don't know. I mean, I think you two should still go in and maybe gently approach.
Yeah, we'll play dumb. We'll pretend like we don't know who Kinsala is, maybe.
Oh, you want to do that? What do we benefit from that?
I don't know, it'd be fun. What if they try to capture us? You know what I mean?
Okay.
He doesn't exactly...
Whatever. We'll just play it by ear. I don't think we need a plan.
No, it's a good question about if we should be transparent that we're here for him or not. I don't know. I guess, how about this? I'll follow your lead.
My lead? Oh, okay.
Just remember, I'm not as good at lying as you are.
You've got your ring right, Jiri.
What, they look like elves. I would tell Piran, is calling them my pointy-eared friends, is that like an insult to you elves?
I wouldn't say it's an insult. It's, you know what? It's very Jiri thing to do.
I'm gonna have Moby 3 inch forward a little bit and see if he can hear anything. Jiri and Telperion. Jiri, if you see when you see Moby 3 out there, just pretend like he's also yours. Moby 3 and Alfie are yours. I'll keep looking through Moby 3's eyes, but just pretend like he's your companion.
Okay. I'm just gonna go and demand that we have Gonzalo back.
These are Eladrin elves? Eladrin? Depending on how you would like to say
Based on the description, that's kind of the vibe you're getting for sure.
That means they're the elves of the Feywild. I think that if you want to approach them in a very Jiri way, lighthearted and curious, that might go over well. These Fey are not as... They're not as serious as I am, so I think that your mode of operating might appeal to them, Jiri.
Ooh, I'll tell them that you're my butler. Good idea.
No, I don't think. Yes. That will hold.
What about, like, my bodyguard?
Is Telperion Moby 4?
Let's just go.
Okay, I like this idea. No plans. Let's go.
Okay. So, Toby Rama and Rolette are staying in the cover of brush and forest and such. The others are moving forward.
And I am going once I see them enter the clearing through Moby 3's eyes. I've because I didn't hear Telperion talk back in my head, and I know he can at will. I would have taken these off to just watch them go. But as I see them start to go in, at some point I will lower Moby 3 down to land on Jiri's shoulder.
Okay.
So they may go on in as we approach them.
Yeah. And so we'll make our presence known. Like Julia will just start whispering from so that they know we're approaching from afar, not to startle them or anything like that.
Okay. And you do so, and I will move you all to this screen.
It's gonna be a spider newt.
It is not a spider.
Surprise newt.
Rolette and Toby Rama are functionally off screen, but Jiri, Telperion, Alfie, and Moby 3, hovering now at Jiri's shoulder, are welcome to approach. All of the Elven... Oh, do you not have control over him?
No.
Oh, shit. My bad. Give me 1 second. thought
Might
I
be on the
did
map
that
layer.
already. No, I just didn't assign them people names yet. And
I
this
do
is
say to
Alfie.
Jiri, I say to Jiri, interesting that Roulette trusts you with her contraptions, but not me.
No, it makes perfect sense.
All right,
In
Roulette,
what way?
Steve / Roulette, you do have control over your devices here, but
My
otherwise,
balls!
Telperion and Jiri are now free to.
Roulette
move.
has balls.
Telperion, if I had to explain it to you, you wouldn't understand, man. This is exactly why Roulette doesn't trust you.
I think you'd run out of breath before you could finish explaining it.
All right, so
couldn't run
as
out
you
of breath.
guys
It's impossible.
begin to approach,
For a moment, Jiri and I do forget this is a high pressure situation.
So, which may lend casualty to your general demeanor as you guys are kind of bickering and arguing as you're approaching. You see many of these elves that are sitting on hay bales with like beautiful like multicolored cloaks and blankets laid across them. They look very extravagant. They all like also very with a casual demeanor, just like regard your approach and say, "Welcome, traveler. What hails you?" And you see Kinsalo in the back, as I will make him available to be seen. There is a spear leaning behind his hay bale, but otherwise is a rather sturdy and bulky elven-looking gentleman with red hair and red feathered features, and noticeably does not wear a shirt. Not sure if it is cast otherwise or if he is just that's how he is right now or how he always travels. But
Are his
Wings, it's
pants
hard.
also off?
his pants are not unbuckled necessarily like that,
Yes, they are.
although actually they are. But there seems to be an elven individual male leaning over Kinsalo, draped along him, and then there is a woman here, a somewhat unidentifiable gender individual here, a man and woman here, and then another male up
I need
here.
to see one
All
thing
elven features.
a
Yeah.
very important thing I need to see. Make this little thing bigger.
Oh, yes. So as you guys approach, you also see a very small owlin individual, like with a hood up and like nervously carrying around cups. And do you need a refill? Yes. And she pours some like syrupy violet liquid from the kegs that are kind of contained over in this direction, and
Mystery
refills a goblet of one of the elven individuals that are both under a blanket right here, and I will now make her larger.
Yes!
So she seems to be some kind of serving wench or something, and she's pouring in their goblets. Yes, thank you, darling. Well, yes, who is it we have the pleasure of welcoming here? And you see Kinsalo kind of floof out his feathers in a grand display and says, "What in the world do we have here? More guests joining the party? This is grand. Welcome. Pull up a seat anywhere you can see."
What kind of party
Could I,
is this?
could I be kind of motioning to Roulette?
I have headphones on, ear goggles on.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
she's sensory
Okay,
deprived.
So I'm gonna start towing her, like along. Wait, what's going? Oh, I have to do it like this way, like along the outskirts of the tree cover, hoping to get like here-ish. in
Okay,
cover.
you can do that. You guys, I will say, in order to get close enough to the perimeter of this area and to not be threatened to lose your connection to Jiri, I do want another stealth check from both of you.
I'm not. I don't want to move.
Okay,
I
you don't
will
have to
resist.
move.
Will you resist me? I guess as
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so
And I
you
will-
just,
I will
Toby Rama,
say, like,
if
I will just say, because I guess I was just like, Toby, let's just stay right here. I got good eyes on him.
Okay.
Or if you want to move, go. But I'm not. I'm staying right here.
in Toby Rama, we'll say you are, we'll say about They have just broken cover of the trees, so you'll be 25 feet away from Jiri in this moment. So you'll just be keeping kind of a mental tab on where you think that distance is going to be stretched.
I would have liked to skirt around, but I'm not gonna leave Roulette alone, so I'm gonna stick with her.
Okay.
What up?
But Telperion and Jiri, you are welcome to proceed.
What up? Mega morning, my elven bro friends. I heard there's a party going on here. My name is Jajiri. Jarl Jalen.
My name is Topirian. This is my bod.
No, this is my butler / bodyguard, Telperion. He's got big muscles. What are you guys up to?
The man next to Kinsalo kind of straightens up their posture a little bit and gets kind of still sitting and lounging, but kind of straightens themselves up. Well, welcome, Telperion and Jajiri. Appreciate the formal elven greeting, of course. We like to keep things a little more casual around here. So we often speak common, not even Sylvan, as we don't want the trees to hear what we're talking about sometimes. But welcome. My name is Eladros. This is Kinsalo. And then let me pull up their names. This is going around clockwise. They gesture. Eladros, Kinsalo, Minithil, Blythe and Oust are currently cuddled up together. Tetra and Nidal. We are a group of traveling performers and have just stumbled onto this divine fellow not but a few hours ago, and he seems interested in joining our ranks and seeing what talents he can lend to our service, as long as we help him find someone he's looking for, something which we will of course get around to. Also, this is my own personal hound, Mouth, and gestures to the large dog that Telperion, based on its form, size, and just general demeanor, you suspect this might be a blink dog. Very fey dog creatures that can kind of disapparate here and there, and some suspect they actually are briefly traveling planes when they do so, but it is otherwise just a magical effect of their biology.
Jiri steps onto the other side of Telperion so that like the dog is or Telperion's in between him and the dog.
Ooh, that's a scary looking hound you got there. Does he
Oh,
bite?
no, he's never bitten a soul, and I can personally see to it that he will make you very comfortable with him. He is quite the snuggle companion, very warm and soft.
Yes, my friend here is quite the coward, so, just never mind him. That's why he has
That is all right. We welcome one and all.
Me? Come on, Telperion.
Oh, were you going to go pet the dog then?
No.
Please come forward.
Hurry,
Let
join
Mouth
the party.
get your scent. If he gets to know you, you'll be that much more comfortable.
I'll go up and I'll say, look, follow my lead. And I go up to pet the dog.
I'll hide behind Telperion and like maybe stick my foot out to the dog at most.
Sure. Telperion, and both of you give me an animal handling check.
Can I do mine at disadvantage? Because I'm specifically trying to check out Kinsalo's state. I want to see
Sure.
if he looks like he has his wits with him.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. And so, yeah, animal handling with disadvantage, and then I'll say, give me an insight check.
So the animal handling was 8.
Valid.
And then an insight check.
Yes.
A fucking nat 1.
Yikes.
Nice. So when you are putting out your hand kind of absent-mindedly to the dog, you kind of pushed your hand a little, unintentionally pushed your hand a little too close to its business, and it does get a little bit of a growl, which might set Jiri on edge, except it does give Jiri's boot a little lick.
Well, I'm done with that dog. Okay. So what's going on here? You guys like partying or something like that? This looks like a circus. You guys got a circus going on here?
There's my nat 1 to address.
Yes, exactly. And you don't see anything that indicates, let's say, like heightened adrenaline physical disrepair. There's no wounds or disheveledness about him. He looks rather pristine and well kept, and frankly seems fine. You don't know this individual and what maybe tells of their own facial cues and stuff to indicate otherwise, but
Gotcha. And
nothing
then
above
Jerry-
surface level perception at this point.
Okay. And then Jerry, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just asking, what's this party for? You got a lot of tents here. Is this like a traveling circus? Like, what's the deal with everybody? I'd love to
Well-
hear your story, and then I'll tell you my story.
We are something of a traveling caravan of performers, and you see that this individual that was introduced as Nidal does have a flute that they are kind of just clutching to their chest, but aren't currently playing. Many of us have various talents and capabilities, but we're all worn out for the day, I'm afraid. Most of our stuff is all packed up. We tend to keep to the sapphire wood because it's, although dangerous, is a good way to avoid the prying eyes of those who mean us ill will at this time of year. But please, what about you? You all are colorful and beautiful. What is your story?
Yes, I am
Before
very
you answer,
colorful.
Jerry, who would mean you ill will?
I was gonna ask that too. Good question, Talberion.
What
Well,
team?
There are warring might be too strong of a word, but conflicting powers that be amongst the plane of the fairy, and we don't get along with the other side particularly well, so we try and lay low at this time of year.
Which side to avoid?
We are members, can't you see, Elvin brother? We are members of the Eladrin side of things. We hold favor with the Queen of the Summer Court.
I don't
Talberion,
want
is that a good thing?
That is very good news. We would be apprehensive if you were of the Winter Court.
Of course. But please, tell us about yourselves. Pull up a seat. Would you like some Fey wine? It is quite delicious.
No, I'm fine actually. We brought some water from the material plane, which is very refreshing.
Very well. I have
Maybe
never, can't claim to have had it in the past.
Would you like some?
I'll try some of your elf wine.
Hmm.
Very well. I will eagerly exchange with you a sip of your plain water, as it were. Please, Raga, go fetch a goblet of the Fey wine. And the Owlin little girl runs around. She seems rather young, but with bird folk aging, you're not sure of her age. But she runs over, hustles over, fills up a goblet from the casks of wine over to the side and brings it up to Jiri and says, "Excuse me, mister," and holds it up.
I'll take it, and Jury is gonna like fake take a sip of it.
Okay, go ahead, give me a deception check. Not a particularly high DC.
Oh my god.
And even with a 3, you eloquently fake the sip and act as if it was delicious or otherwise, however you want to act that. I hope
Thank
it is of your liking. I am eager to try this plain water. Could I have a sip?
Hold out my water skin.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be Jerry's.
Very well. It is that will suffice. Seems like to turn up their nose at the kind of like dingy leather skin wrapping. I'm sure that can be refreshing. Kinsalo, would you like any? Yeah, for sure I would. And he just takes it and takes a big swig. Yeah, that's the stuff. Plain water does it right. It's just like my people used to drink.
What do you mean used to?
Oh, I was from somewhere else at some point, but I came here with a task and I mean to see it through.
What task was that?
Go on, yes.
Oh.
We like tasks.
What was it, Eladros? I'm looking for some children. Oh yeah. Children of Remnus. That's what it is. Yeah, children of Remnus. I gotta rescue them because they haven't been. He's like struggling to recount the details, and although that could be concerning, it isn't necessarily jarring for you, Telperion, to note that behavior, because Journey to the Fae and back can
Sure.
sometimes do strange things to people's memory. But he seems to have a hold on the basics of what you know to be his task. But yeah, and then I got to get him back home to where we belong. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, must have had a little too much wine tonight.
Gonzalo, your task sounds amazing. Would you like some help? Maybe Telpir and I could help you with it.
Yeah, of course. You want to join our little caravan of travelers here? All of these guys have already volunteered their help, as long as I help showboat a little bit on their day to day or whatever.
Gross.
I don't know, Telpirion. Do you think these guys are cool enough for us?
That's a well put question, Jerry. I just was in the mood to go off and do some adventuring before I relaxed anymore, though. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
Ladros,
Gonzalo,
we can help him soon.
Oh, we should take
Well-
him adventuring with us.
Do you mean to? I mean, Kinsalo is welcome to go where he pleases. Although I do think we've struck up fine conversation and exchanged in some trust-building pursuits over the last few hours since his arrival. I would be sad to see him go. Yeah, I don't really want to leave you either, Aladros. This has been a pretty nice welcome to this place. I've never been here before. You guys have been excellent. Yeah, I mean, I definitely want your help, and I'll help you if I can, but do you guys want to, pull up a seat? We're kind of set up for the night, so we're gonna, I think, spend the night here. Not that night is, typical night. I guess it never changes to night. No one tells the sky, if you know what I mean. But we mean to sleep here, rest our bones, and then set out in the morning to wherever the caravan's headed next, and see if we can find any rumor of the children.
Have you ever heard of these children?
Go ahead.
Sorry, Jerry.
You're asking Aladros?
Ask him about the children.
Yes, the children of Remnis often infuse this land with their singing constantly in these months, lending hope and optimism to those that follow their benefactor, I suppose you could say. And they have been missing as of late, which is perhaps concerning, but as is the nature with fickle beings, perhaps nothing for us to get involved with. But if Kinsalo wishes to pursue them, then aid him we shall.
At some point during this back and forth, Moby 3 will have hopped off of Jiri's shoulder and just is fluttering around, inspecting people, and then flittering back to Jiri, just hovering around, not doing anything specific, just making his flittering presence known.
Okay. Definitely is known, and the individuals around this campfire seem delighted with this mechanical construct that's walking around, and as well as the flitting one. But although they pay them mind, they don't necessarily pry about them too much. But give me a perception check with Moby 3's scores. I would say this one does not get advantage because you get some audio information for free, but visual might be of value.
Ugh. 8.
Okay. You see most of the individuals just seem very lounging. They're either sitting or laying on beds of hay and hay bales with just, again, eloquent, I don't know if eloquent can describe a thing. It's more like eloquent speech, but beautiful drapery and cloaks that they're wearing for warmth, because it still carries that kind of coldness to the air since you guys entered the Sapphire Wood, hence the need for this fire they have in the middle.
Also, just for Toby, I will be communicating what I'm hearing from this conversation just in Spark Notes to Toby.
And I'll be doing just a general, I'll check in with the clearing every now and then, but looking around.
Okay. Toby, give me a perception check.
Oof.
You don't actively perceive anything concerning or of note. However, passively, over the course of not a moment but several minutes, you do pick up on a small behavior. Kinsalo and the Eladrin seem to be very static, not moving, just like leaning into each other for warmth or affection, and just otherwise being very indulgent in their current rest. Whereas the Owlin girl seems to consistently shuffle over to the kegs of wine and just kind of very timidly, like almost cowers over in that direction, like eagerly, almost paranoidingly looking around at like their surroundings, but also the Eladrin that have been commanding her to do things for them, almost like nervous to do something wrong.
Okay. Huh.
Yuri, in your mind, you hear me say, I'm not sure how to proceed. We could stay here for the night with them. We could, I don't want to let Kinsalo out of my sight. But I'm not
Jiri
sure.
will just say out loud, and he'll just be like, "Man, Kinsalo, aren't you worried about taking a nap here? Don't you need to get home soon? If you're not from this land."
Yeah, I mean, like, I'll definitely get home, but I'm like kind of enjoying the digs of this place. I mean, there's camaraderie all around. People are so warm and welcoming. Just looking at all the Eladrin, who clearly there has been some version of spilled wine and messy sheets and silks and linens around. That has been somewhat of an indulgent, even borderline debaucherous evening these people seem to have had. But he says, but I'm not eager to really like get up, adventure into the forest until the morning when everyone's well rested. Maybe at that point we can, start back up again.
Well, Eladros, it's very kind of you to welcome two strangers to your camp for the night.
Listen, you seem like perhaps of a different path once upon a time, but you seem to be of elven blood, and that is good enough for me to know that you're no fan of the other queen. So let us call it at that. We will trust until we have reason to otherwise.
We actually are in need of rest as well. Probably wouldn't surprise you to hear we have two friends who we didn't bring with us because we were nervous about. We wanted to investigate you. Would it be all right if we invite them in? They're just two more.
They immediately kind of peek over your shoulder and try and scan the environment, but look back up to you. Yes, please invite them in. You all are welcome to rest your bones, as we all intend to.
I'll go fetch them. Or Jiri, would you like to fetch them? One of us could stay here, the other could go.
No, I'll send my pet metal bird here to go get them.
Oh, I don't mind accompanying them then. I'll be right back.
Very well.
Cool. It'll give me time to tell you guys the best story you've ever heard. Let me get a seat.
Please. Delicious. Tell
you guys
us
are ready.
everything.
As Jerry goes to like launch into the story, I want Moby 3 to, as he's flittering around, just run as fast as my Moby 3 can directly into Jiri's wine cup to try and spill it out of his hand.
Okay. You are that, yeah, no check required unless, I'm going to say Jiri doesn't have the passive perception to catch this, but he may have the sleight of hand. Jiri, Moby 3 knocks into your goblet. Are you attempting to like right it and keep it in your hands, or does it get knocked out of your grasp?
I'm sure it would like get knocked out of his grasp. Yeah.
Okay. So a little too unexpected, and the goblet clatters to the floor and wine spills all over a sheet. It says, Eladros immediately goes, damn it. Raga, please see to this. And Raga just drops what she's doing and sprints to the silk and gets it, kind of shakes off some of the loose liquid and bundles it up and goes off into this direction to find a water bucket to kind of soak the silk in.
My bad. I must be wasted already.
Can I have Moby 3 pick up the wine cup and start following the Owlin?
Sure. Yeah.
I just want little Moby 3 to tail the Owlin.
Okay. He kind of flitters over and follows the Owlin, and the Owlin is just dunking a silk sheet in a bucket, trying to cleanse it of the wine, and Moby 3 kind of just oh goodness, and just keeps doing what she's doing.
Can I have Moby 3 land on her head?
As soon as he lands on her head, she just like ducks and like kind of swats it off as if a fly. What are you? And just continues to see to her task.
I'll just have Moby 3 stay there with the wine glass.
Okay.
I come to tell you.
But yeah, Telperion, you are welcome to get back to your allies.
I told them you're here. I don't know if you had a plan or anything.
No, it's fine. I was just.
I didn't want you to camp out in the.
I was just gonna try and figure out if I could spot anything else, but.
Well, with the two of you in camp and us being better able to communicate, maybe we'd have more eyes out and watch them.
That's true.
There's a little bird folk.
Yeah, the little Owlin.
Yeah, I wonder how long
She
she's been.
she seems terrified of everything here.
I think we should try to get her to leave with us, but maybe I don't think she's being treated well. I also am curious if Kinsalo, if he was in his right mind, would mind her treatment. I mean, I don't think they keep together.
We saw the one other colored feather on her way here.
Does it match?
Yeah, I didn't get a good eye on her. Did it seem to match?
She certainly seems to have like a tawny, brown, multicolored brown, rough feather plumage.
So someone should try to talk to her. I'm gonna stake by Eladros because I know what questions to ask him, but maybe one of you could try to get some information out of her.
Yeah.
I think it might be wise to stay with them. It's late, we need to rest, and I don't think Kinsala was ready to leave tonight. And we'd also be able to learn more about how to extricate him from them.
I agree. I'll try and talk to the Owlin.
Okay. All right.
Very well.
I'll bring him back in.
All right. And as you two arrive, I will make your tokens visible. And they should be controllable. Let me know if that's not the case. Oh, look, more friends. This is the best. Yes, of course it is, Kinsalo. Please, new friends, welcome. Please set up anywhere you like, and we will make sure this night goes smoothly and void of any treacherous dangers the Force can throw at us. As I have stated, I'm Eladros. This is Kinsalo, Minithil, Blythe, Oust, Tetra, and Nidal. Who do we have the honor of addressing?
My name's Roulette. Nice to meet you.
Name's Gallus.
Very well. Roulette and Gallus, welcome. It is good to have you, and I hope you will find our accommodations appropriate. Would you like any wine to settle down with for the night?
Oh, no thanks. I think I'm just about ready to lay down for the evening.
Very well.
For the moment. Much appreciated, though.
All right. Lay down we shall. I think that's about all for the night, friends. Raga, thank you for your service. You can cap the kegs. I think we may be done for the night.
Yeah, I'll finish my story next time. That was just part one. That was how I got kicked out of Jalan for the first time. I gotta tell you about what happened after that tomorrow.
That sounds absolutely splendid. I would love the chance to hear more. Man, you're good at telling stories, dude. This is great.
Wow, Kinsalo, I appreciate that. You're a cool dude.
Yeah, you too, man. Jiri, right? We're gonna get along great.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, don't mind us. We'll just be over here and on this hay bale. You guys pull up a seat wherever. Yes, of course. Let us know if there's anything you need or require throughout the night.
We'll let you know.
Actually, was it in oh god, what was his name? Eladros, the little bird girl that Raga, was it?
Yes, Raga has been in our employ for some time. She's a timid young thing, but quite good at what she does.
Raga, could I actually get one cup of that wine? A bit of a nightcap. It's been a long
Yeah,
day.
yes, of course. And she fills up one more goblet and rushes it over toward you. Here you go.
Oh, I didn't bring myself back in.
Much appreciated, Raga. Just quickly as she gets close, is she like wounded in any way? Are there any like handcuffs on this bird?
Go ahead and from your close distance, I'll say you could do an investigation check on this.
Investigation.
Really good check. You got some of you guys' modifiers are crazy. You give her an instant ocular pat down, and you very quickly determine that maybe this is just part of her personality. There do not seem to be any like ruffled feathers, cuts, marks of blood, any scrapes. She's wearing some like tattered hood robes, but like otherwise like no indication that she has been mistreated or abused in any way.
Can you put her up again? I guess you are.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go over to Toby and be like, and just kind of whisper this in his ear. Be like,
Toby, did you get a read on these guys? Do they seem legit?
I want to try to talk to these guys a little more.
Yeah, I don't know why only the two of them are talking. Only Ladros and Kinsalo have spoken.
They've been involved in the conversation in the periphery the other time. So the other elves have been engaging in storytelling, maybe chirping in with details as Jiri was telling them his stories.
They have such unique accents too.
Yes. Blythe and Oust certainly seem a little quieter, but they also seem like they are pretty well settled down for the night together. But they have been talking. They're not robots, I promise. But otherwise, the night certainly seems to have concluded in some way. Raga offers you your goblet of Fey wine, Roulette, and you gave her that. Did you take that, I imagine?
Yes, I took it.
Okay.
And before I actually take it, Eldros, we a tip in the wait staff in any way, shape, or form here? I don't know what Raga's employee is like here.
Oh, no, we compensate Raga, I think, more than fairly. Raga, would you agree? Yes. And almost seems like solemn in her acknowledgement of, yes, that's true. But then she runs away back to finish up her duties.
Raga, how long have you been working here before you run away?
I think, I don't know how time works here yet, but it's been a lot longer than Mr. Kinsalo.
Well, thank you, Raga.
Of course.
Elidros, is there a good spot for setting up a tent or two around here?
Of course. We also have many tents already set up that you could use. I think some of us are hoping to sleep out under the open. So please feel free to use those tents if you would like, or set up tents nearby at your comfort.
Do we want to use one of theirs?
One of their tents?
Yeah.
Sure. If we're together, I'm not too stressed.
Wait, guys, I got a quick question. Are we just trying to like get him out of here as soon as possible, or do we need to also accomplish his mission before we get him out?
This once we're like together.
yeah.
Yes.
I think we were sent to help him and have him return.
Okay, so when we spend the night here, it's gonna be like 3 weeks.
Well, or like another 3 days. Because if he's been here for hours and we sleep for
Telperion.
hours...
I know
as
it's not that
Toby
simple.
Rama, yes, as Toby Rama is postulating, you very quickly are like, oh, I see why you would do that, but that it's not that straightforward.
I think that maybe just because his first few hours were days for us in the mundane plane, it's not a direct translation and it doesn't stay the same overall. I mean, we could go back and it could be the moment that the spear slingers left us. if we got back right now. So I don't think we can rely on that. We definitely don't want to tarry here long. I got the sense, though, when they were describing Kinsalo, that he wasn't going to want to leave without having achieved his mission.
Right.
Although they did say his life was most important of all.
Right.
And I think we need to get him. And I'll think this part to them, get him away from them before he's in his right mind.
Yeah, is he just like drunk, or like did we ever get a description? Did they say he was kind of like bro-ish when we were back with the Aarakocra?
I don't know if they used the word broish. They certainly said
Bro-ish.
they certainly said reckless, impulsive, but not specifically broish.
They might just be drunk. Okay.
Did
Tell Perrin, you got me all nervous being here in the Feywild. I'm suspicious of everybody.
Good. That'll keep you alive longer.
My glass was definitely poisoned, but I don't know. I don't think Roulette's is, because it's only half of them are poisoned.
The second I got my wine, I would have been, fellas, I'm gonna excuse myself and just get ready for bed. And I'm going to take a step into one of the tents, confirming with Eladros that I can. And I'm going by myself. And as soon as I get in the tent, I'm going to set down the glass of wine, and I'm going to take out probably a slightly different set of tools, but still attempt to ritually cast Identify on the cup of wine using a tool similar to my Sun Dropper, but in the reverse direction to pull the wine out and all that fun stuff.
Perfect. Give me a second here. This is the part of D&D where I'm delighted by. I can't account for every variable they will do.
So the one line that you'll probably look for is any spells affecting an object. Is the line in the Identify spell.
Got it. Okay, you identify the liquid in this goblet using your Sundropper tool. It was referred to as Fey wine, and therefore you don't know if Fey wine is just literally wine from some plant in the Fey or something, or if it's supposed to have magical properties. But as you, Roulette, are doing this in yourself, you determine very quickly there is nothing magical about this liquid, like void of any magical essence, even void of Feywild essence.
Interesting.
It is concerningly non-magical.
Oh, we're sleeping with sharks
Interesting.
here.
Okay.
But it still smells sweet. Still, if you taste it, it put any to your tongue, it tastes sweet. It's a sweet liquid. So it's like wine.
Have the others gone off to bed?
Yeah, all of them actually are just laying in their spots here, like camping out on hay bales or hay piles, with the beautiful blankets draped over them. Let us know if you need any blankets while you settle down. We have a few extras.
I'm gonna tell you lot. I'll take the first. I'll stay awake for a little while and just kind of meditate on the
Let's
fire.
get in a tent. Let's get in a tent, and if I usher all of you in.
Yeah, do you guys, if you guys are off to a side or a spot on the map, do you mind just showing me visually where you guys are at? Perfect.
I'm gonna get us into this tent over here.
Okay.
It would have been a lot simpler if it was just a bunch of trolly gnomes keeping him in a cage.
I think we should make sure they're asleep, and then we should take Kinsalo and leave. I have no interest in spending another night in the camp of strangers who seem amicable.
I have
Especially when we were specifically warned not to trust people.
Jiri, how are you feeling right now? Did you actually take any of that wine?
No, mine was poisoned, like I said, so I didn't drink it.
Oh, you had me fooled.
I'm pretty good at fooling. Yes.
There's a solid chance that y'all might have guessed this, and Jiri, I think you probably understood this. It's something with the wine. I don't think it's anything magical though. Is
it drugged? Can I see it?
It's got the cup right here.
Alchemist.
He touches it.
Go ahead and give me. Yeah, I guess it's intelligence based with proficiency from herbalism, so pretty much a nature check for you, I think.
Yeah,
right?
Or poison or tape, whatever seems more relevant.
Yeah. Functionally, you'll use both in the identification, the further identification.
14.
You swipe your finger through it a little bit. You play around with it in your tools and on your skin, and it, for all intents and purposes, it seems like harmless, although non-magical. You are surprised to hear Feywine is like sometimes joked about as if it's like an overtly alcoholic beverage to people on the primary material plane. This has maybe like some sense of alcohol, but it doesn't seem, this seems like just muted wine, almost extra watery, not with the same kind of syrupy essence of normal wine.
Do you think he has them enchanted so it gets better? Maybe this is just cheap wine, and I mean, this could all be some kind of facade.
It could be.
This wine isn't anything fancy at all. I almost want to drink it just to prove it probably is watered down.
I mean, if I kind of want you to drink it too. I got one of these, and no. Oh, I'll hand it off. I'm showing you an elixir of health is what I'm showing you. If you feel comfortable doing that, I mean, this will get rid of any poison in your system, because there's nothing magical with this. So I think it might be either poison, which I can immediately fix, or like you're saying, they're just charmed and they're they're being told that this swill tastes better than it does.
I'm gonna put some in my mouth and swirl it around and just like spit it on the ground.
What?
Very sommelier.
Yeah, literally.
You do that, and when you swish it through your mouth, it definitely doesn't feel like wine. It just feels like water, but it's like it definitely has like a smell and scent of wine. Something's going on there for sure.
It doesn't even
but
feel
it has
alcoholic.
been, but you get a sense of alcohol in the back of your palate, but it certainly doesn't go down like a thickly alcoholic drink.
What a mind slip out of this.
But it doesn't seem to innately appear magical, and it doesn't seem to harm the inside of your mouth whatsoever.
Does it look like health break charm?
I could do protection from poison.
What about evil and good? Wait, can you protect from Fae?
I can make a little fire.
Yes is the answer to that. I can do that tomorrow, though.
That might be important.
Yeah.
And it also might break a charm on him.
Yeah,
I do want to stay by the fire for a little while, just to kind of keep an eye on things.
You should bring Toby with you, because Toby is good at telling if people lie or not.
I don't even know that they're going to be talking. I think I just want to... I do think we should keep a guard tonight, as always. In fact, I could keep the first watch, first 4 hours, and then I would like 2 people to keep the second watch.
I can't take watch.
Yeah, why is
Every
that?
time I take watch, something bad happens. So I'm just gonna sleep the entire night.
What if you're with someone?
We've tried that and it turned out horribly.
It definitely can't be with me.
Jerry, if they have past failures, no reason to not try again.
If it's a curse,
You only
I mean, like,
I don't know.
I swilled it. I think we learned how we could. We know it's not even wine. You still want me to drink it?
I don't know.
I think it's enough to know it's tampered with and not real.
You could drink it. We could just see what happens.
To a vote, you want me to drink it? Jerry, you want me to?
Don't.
Give us your sword and your armor and everything. We're gonna tie you up as well.
No, do you have the? Can you break a curse tonight, Toby?
No.
Take those boots off really quick.
No, the boots gotta stay on. I'm terribly afraid of being barefoot while poisoned.
What a logical fear.
You want me to drink it?
No, me too. I'm just wondering if we're trying to get him out of here tonight, or we're just making a plan for the morning.
Well, okay. New line of thinking. Do we believe that we have an easy way to get back out of the Feywild? Do we think that where we entered from is always accessible?
I think that's the best guess we've got.
Because in my head, we take Kinsalo and run and go back home with him and save his life potentially. But I don't even know if that's an option right now. If we
I don't
even
know that-
a way to get out of the Feywild right now.
Also, you're assuming he doesn't want to leave them.
I'm saying forcefully. Like,
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. I don't think we can, the four of us, forcefully bring him quietly without all of them coming down on us.
But we could drug him.
He's already been drugged.
So we could just say, hey, let's, I don't know, go carousing.
I wanted to mind sliver him to see if I could, shock his brain out of whatever is entrancing him.
I think that's a good idea.
That's why I wanted to keep watch tonight.
Let's.
I could also I could put some thoughts in his mind while he's sleeping.
I think we should start by seeing if they actually go to sleep.
Toby, when they were talking, did you get any hint that they might have been misleading us in any way?
Nothing that just pinged me, outside of them just chatting. I'm a little out of sorts here. I'd say normally I'm.
Yeah, I would say,
on that.
and just retroactively, passively, no. Active might have been its own check or something, but passively, no.
Everything about where we are feels wrong. Not in an evil sense, but just it's not correct. So I'm trying to get my bearings here.
We should rest a little while we can.
Ooh, why don't we say we're going home and we just go and sleep maybe 100 feet away, and then whoever's on watch can watch the camp.
Well, why don't we just stay here?
Well, then we're out of the camp. We don't have to worry about them murdering us in our sleep.
I think they can do that for 100 feet away, or just here. Also, we'll just keep watch, like we said.
Delpirian, you got first watch. Alfie, you're on perma watch. Whoever's awake.
Alfie is on perma watch. I will take second watch. Jiri and Roulette. Jiri, I don't want to hear it from you right now. You've got.
Bro, I'm sleeping all night. I don't know. It's a curse. I'm telling you, every time.
I do think mechanically, you guys do only need 3 watchers because Telperion can do 2 shifts, but sure.
Fine. I'll wake up and hang out with Roulette, and then we'll get attacked. You'll see. Just to prove you wrong, I'll do it.
Or to prove us right.
Here, when you wake up, you can play with this.
Give him the boots. Give him the boots.
And I reach down as if I'm gonna take my boots off, and then I reach in my boot and I pull out, and it's a loop of my hair.
Ooh, yes, rope game. Gimme.
Better than boots, huh?
Yeah, those boots are totally lame, right?
Well, if you think they're lame, then I'll make sure to keep them. All right, I'm gonna go hang out by the fire and fake meditation for a little while.
Sleepy time.
You are faking meditation, so you're not fully trancing. Are you intending to deceive them into thinking you are fully tranced, or are you just like passively not even intending to? You're just keeping eyes closed. Give me an idea of Telperian's vibe.
I'm gonna go sit down. I want to make sure I have eyes on Kinsalo and Eladros if possible. And I'm gonna chill here. I'm not gonna I'm just gonna put my arms down.
Also, just spelling, since I'm realizing that Eladros sounds close to Eladrin, but it's Eladros. So
Eladros.
very, very small housekeeping.
He's
but
sick.
Housekeeping.
I don't think I'm gonna fake it at first. I think I'm just gonna actually look like I'm gonna just put on the meditating pose, and just let them read from that what they will, because I'm very much trying not to go sleep. And I'll even let my eyes be lazily open half the time.
Perfect. You do so. Go ahead and give me a perception check that will represent. We'll do one at a time. This will be the first 2 hours for this first perception check. Nat one.
Is that wine?
That's delicious. Okay, so the others, are we fully going to sleep? Alfie's in probably shutdown mode, but he still can't be surprised or whatever. But all the other of you fully committing to rest and sleep?
Yeah, but is he? Did you have him keeping watch? You said he was on perma watch.
He doesn't. So Alfie doesn't sleep. I don't know.
Okay, I think that's probably right. He probably's not getting commands from you, but he could be in sentry mode. That's
I'm not
reasonable.
awake, so he doesn't really have anyone to report back to. So unless you are actively being like, "Hey, Alfie, help me out with this sentry post watch," he's not really going to help.
Okay.
For perception stuff, I'd say.
Okay. So Nat 1 representing the first 2 hours. All seems well. The fire is crackling in a very calming, warming. You're definitely catching waves of heat drift off of it that are warming your body from the chilled atmosphere. Otherwise, all the Eladrin, Kinsalo, the Blink Dog, all seem to be fully asleep. No one on their group is taking a watch. Go ahead and give me another perception check for second round of once 2 hours go past.
Okay.
Unless there's anything you want to do.
I am going to do something before my watch ends, but I can do my next perception before I do that.
Okay.
I rolled a 9, 10, 11, 12.
Hey.
Okay. Above 10, you still do see everyone seems to be sleeping. Kinsalo will kind of ruffle his feathers as he turns over in his sleep a little bit. The Blink Dog will and just kind of calm back down. You do notice, however, that one individual has not slept. Poor Raga is still housekeeping items, like putting lids on a keg and trying to hoist it. They're not enormous, so she can do it, but she's lifting it onto a cart and kind of just doing minor chores over the course of everyone else sleeping.
Okay. At this point, I'm going to start feeding some ideas into Kinsalo's mind while he's sleeping. And the first telepathy.
Oh.
I'm gonna try it. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you're just speaking into his mind.
I just put the thought in his mind. The children are calling. The children are calling.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a general. Actually, no. This is burden of whatever is on him. Actually, let's do this. At first he kind of, when you do this to him, he's fully sleeping, but you do get a reaction of a wincing and and then drifting off into peaceful sleep. So you do think you affected his mind.
I got one more. There's so many names that just happened. What was the head person's name? The
Kayatra is the
Kayatra.
herald. Yeah.
I'll do another one, another volley, and I'll say, Keatra is waiting. Keatra is waiting. Keatra is waiting.
Okay. His eyes blink open. And they go wide, and he holds a hand to his mouth, trying to stifle a scream. And he sees you, I imagine, looking his direction, and the terror in his eyes lock with yours.
Like this. And then I'll think to him again. So you're with us now, huh? We were sent to find you. Keatra sent us. And I can't hear what you're thinking. I can just give you my thoughts.
You see like elevated breath, like he's trying so hard to keep composed in this moment.
We were sent to help you feel better. Korik sent us. We're good friends of the Chimerans. My group is resting right now, and we've met you, and we figured something was wrong. We figured that these...
He looks down at Eladros, kind of tenderly laying on his chest. And you see tears
Jesus
starting
Christ.
to drip.
We were
And then,
sent
he shuts his eyes, and you can, like, as you're continuing to put thoughts in your head, you can sense his mental state trying to, like, almost shut down, as he's like not, his ears aren't even open to you in this second. He's like, he's going through something right now.
Mm-hmm.
But your words can still get through. You just feel the resistance.
I'll just let him chill for a second, letting him take it all in. And say,
After a few moments pass and he tries to compose himself, and I'm gonna give him a dex check on that. Above 10, Eladros just kind of jostles to the ground, but not violently enough to wake. And Kinsalo steps back. He slowly gets up.
I say, wait, there's still someone awake. Is that little bird folk a friend of yours? Yes or no? No? Okay. Why don't you come to our tent and we can actually talk? I'm gonna go first. Actually, you go first. Actually, yeah, you go first and I'll be with you in a minute. Is the pink one back there?
I will say that stealth check will continue as he avoids the sleeping guys, and he doesn't even flap his wings. He very tenderly steps across in the direction of your tent. And go ahead and give me a perception check as you intend to leave and join him.
I'm also kind of watching for Raga. 16.
Okay. Raga seems to be off in the back here, shuffling with things. You hear motion over there, but does not seem to pay you guys any mind.
Okay. And none of the others look awake as I get up to go back to my camp, my tent.
They do not seem to be awake.
All right, I'll go back to the tent.
Can you see it? Can you see all of them?
Yeah, they're real. See all of what?
He looks at his own body. You see a pristine bare-chested torso, and he looks down in horror
What
as
are you
he
seeing
touches.
right now?
None of it's real. They're not.
Oh, fuck. Tell me what you see.
He reaches for a spear that he doesn't have on his person. I need my spear. We have to kill them.
Why? What do you see? What are they?
I don't know how. Was it your mind in my head? Whatever that was enough to break the illusion for me. I don't know how to break it. This whole entire place is seeped in it.
In the illusion?
It's everywhere. Oh, my friends.
Did they kill your friends? Oh.
They're right there. Wearing their wings like blankets. Oh,
Awake.
No, you guys are sleeping. So your friends are dead here and they're hidden?
is this my blood or someone else's? Oh, it's
Oh,
everywhere.
I'm looking at him and I don't see any blood.
You do not see any blood.
I just take out my water skin and I just give him a rag.
He chugs some of it.
Oh. Then I,
I don't.
we don't have to stay here.
Are you real?
Yeah, I'm real. I was sent here by the tribe, and we.
He reaches out his hands toward your face in a tentative way of allowing permission, but he really is eager to try something.
I guide his hands to my face.
I mean you no harm.
Okay.
And he slaps you.
And
I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit! Roll a 4.
Anything? Nothing has changed for you.
Nothing happened.
What about how can we help you see? Are you willing? Can I hurt you?
Sure.
What about these? He reaches down and pulls a sliver off of your gear.
I just hold out my forearm.
I'm sorry,
Help me see.
and he will draw it across your arm, and you take 1d4 damage.
Gross.
Just 1 damage, and as soon as the blood is visible, the whole environment darkens for you. And now I have a question for Mike and Steve. Do you guys look at the screen, at the same screen together, or do you have means of looking at separate
I can avoid
screens?
looking at this.
Okay.
We each have one open, but we usually generally looking at my screen.
Okay, the status of organization's not exactly right because you guys have moved your characters in a way. But Telperion,
Can you do me a favor, Mike? Can you put it on the other screen?
Yeah.
That would help.
so now I will. Oh shit! I don't want to do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I will shift you guys over into your tent.
Oh, okay.
How about now?
Yeah, that worked. Yeah.
And you see dead, slain, bloody Aarakocra, spear casters, that had accompanied Kinsalo with him into this place, their bloodied wings now draping over the forms of these small, dark, gnome-like humanoids, but they have ashen features. And you see, to every Eladrin that was there, there's one or more of these creatures huddled up together that were occupying a similar space as that creature and puppeting them like some kind of illusory situation. And the member that was sleeping on Kinsalo seems to be of a similar variety, but slightly larger. And you see the blink dog is not a blink dog. It is a larger, more strange looking creature. But in this moment, and you can still hear the motion of Raga doing chores for these individuals, some offwhere in the distance, but all of these creatures seem to be asleep in this moment.
All right. Kinsalo, right? I'm Telperion. Nice to meet you. Good. You broke my illusion. So I have a
You
question.
broke mine. I wish you hadn't.
Well, I think it a better alternative to letting you remain in that ring of death.
And also in the center, I'm not going to say it out loud, but you can very clearly see what's cooking in the center.
Yeah.
What is Roulette dreaming of?
I will wake you guys up soon. I don't mean to keep you out of it so long. Look here, let me introduce you to my friends. We'll wake them up in a moment. We're really adept at killing things. Would you like us to kill these?
I'll help however I can, but I think I've lost a lot of blood.
I'm gonna. Where are you wounded then? Show me.
You see a large gash in his side and many, many small cuts along his arms, blood all over his feathered wings, but you can't tell if those are injured per se.
My friends can heal you, but I'm not useless at this kind of
He
thing.
sees a goblet of liquid next to Roulette, and he cups his hand again.
Oh.
And he is about to hurl.
Do what you need to do. Just be quiet so we can get the surprise on them. Go ahead.
He does it as quietly as he can off in the corner of the tent.
Wow. All right. Yeah. Hang on a second. Let me. Can I try? We've tried a few things. Can I try something on you?
Yeah. He seems so eager to trust you, but so not trustworthy right now. Like he doesn't want to trust.
Yeah. All right. I've tried this once before. You know how I was in your mind earlier?
Mm.
I want you to know, I can't do very much. I don't have illusions or anything like that. I can just put my thoughts in your mind so you can hear my messages. And then once in a while I can read a mind, but I can't do it right now. But I want to try that on you, but I want to try to like imbue you with wellness as well. Do you mind if I try?
Okay.
All right. I haven't done this in a long time, but with telepathy involved, I want to put my hands around his head and put my thoughts in his mind and try to give him my second wind.
Okay.
With how I've always played Psionic Wind as my psionic pulse or whatever. I forget what I call it.
Yeah, psionic pulse is what you usually say.
So I want to try to like help guide his thoughts towards like, because the way I've always done it is like a breath and like centering myself and then like letting the wellness flow from there and like stitch up the wounds telekinetically. So it's both like health in your mind and body. So I want to try to give him that.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check. I have, in my mind, I have made two different thresholds for this.
16.
Okay. With that, I will let him, well, actually, just go ahead and roll your second wind.
13.
13. It's an odd sensation, kind of putting your telekinesis or your telepathy into someone else's mind to try and encourage their mind to calm down their own body. And it's not extremely effective, but you do see like a sense of relief take some of his facial cues. You don't see any wounds closing up, but he has effectively taken half of the healing you intended to bestow.
A little better.
I feel like my mind's a little clearer. My wounds don't hurt as much as they do. So whatever you did, thank you.
Welcome. And here, let's get that off you. And I'm just gonna grab like a rag from a pack and I'll put a little water on it and I'll pull it up. You wipe yourself off and I'm gonna start rousing my friends.
Okay. And he does. He takes it, starts tenderly prodding at some of his wounds, wiping vigorously some of the blood that has just been dried onto his arms, but more tender in spots that are actual open wounds. But he starts to clean himself, and then you are welcome to, who do you rouse first?
Roulette.
Okay.
Hey, Roulette.
But my watch? I thought
It's
you should be sleeping.
oh, I'm interrupting your watch. We've got some good developments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let me introduce you to Kinsala.
Pardon?
He just like sheepishly and injuredly gives you a nod as he's cleaning his torso. Roulette, you see him like scrubbing his body, and it's just a clean rag and clean skin.
Can you? He's injured.
Sexy as fuck.
Yeah, he's injured, but you can't tell. Can you quietly give him a cure wounds patch?
I mean, I can.
Would you mind? Just trust me.
I guess. Nice to meet you again, Kinsalo. I guess point.
I'll guide your hands to like towards the spot, but I won't put them on there.
Yeah, I guess point to wherever you're hurt, and I.
There's
can...
definitely a deep gash, Roulette. You can see it pretty evidently in his side that you think one of your patches could certainly apply well on.
You can see that.
I can't see that.
Oh, that's right. Telperion is seeing that and guiding Roulette's hand to the vicinity. That's right. Yeah.
And I'll just like, well, just help me apply this thing, and it's just a big square thing that I take out for it. Just help me put it on the right spot, and I'll see what I can do. And I will cast Cure Wounds on the sexy elf.
Go ahead and roll it.
No.
Not me. I said, Roulette, I don't need your healing.
Oh.
There's still Telperion, as you see that knit together. You think the worst of his wounds have been treated in some way. He's still a bloody mess from just blood on his, either dried or still to be scrubbed off by him, but the wounds seem to have been tended to rather well.
All right.
DM question. I've applied these Cure Wounds patches before, and I've seen how they work. Does anything trip in my brain of like, this is weird?
You feel like it took, if that's, yeah.
It's fixing something that doesn't seem broken.
Uh-huh.
Did I get a short rest from my first hour of watch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All of you have had a short rest at this point. That's free. Yeah. That's fair game, I should say. Yeah.
Important to know. Okay. All right. So, Kinsala, how are you feeling before we wake up the others? Roll 10.
You see his look of terror and trauma has turned to like a very heightened focus, and he's just staring at the larger, not large, he's still short, but this individual that was feigning as Iladros, I need my spear.
I'm gonna wake these two up.
Consolo,
and
where?
we'll get you
Consolo,
spear.
where is the spear?
I can get
It's right behind where we were sleeping.
Can I see it?
It's like tucked behind a hay bale, but you know the location of it.
Can you? Oh, we're gonna wake these two up, and then I'll get you your spear. Does that sound alright? Very gently, I'll do the same that I did for Toby and Jiri, and like emphasizing, like, don't talk. I got something's wrong. Something's changed, and I gotta tell you business. All right. The three of you are awake. So Kinsala woke up. I woke him up, and he saw through the illusion when I woke him up, and he helped me see through it too. So we need you all to cut yourselves so you can see through the illusion. That's the way to break it. But remember how I told you Winter Fae versus Summer Fae? These are okay. Remember how I told you there's the good Fae and the bad Fae? These were the bad Fae pretending to be the good Fae. So
I should have known this would have happened while I was on watch.
Don't worry, you were dead asleep and bad things could still happen. Let that be some comfort.
Okay, why don't I not cut myself? There's got to be a different way.
I cut his arm with a sliver.
Okay. Jiri tries to resist, but I think Telbirion's a little stronger maybe this moment, and he can draw a bit of blood. You'll take 1d4 damage, unless you pull away. If you pull away, that's fair game. Does Jiri pull away in that moment?
He's
I mean, I
groggy.
would pull away, but I would assume I still get hit.
Okay.
And I do say let Toby do it too as well.
I'll grab an arrow and just kind of
Okay.
give myself a nick.
So is Jiri the first one to get injured to break? Okay. Jiri, you take 2 points of damage,
Ow.
and you move to this screen.
And then I'm kind of nicking
And then Toby?
myself with an arrow, putting it back in.
Okay. I'll say if you're just pricking your finger with an arrow, you could probably just take 1 point and break the illusion.
But I don't see anything weird in the tent yet, right?
Not it. That's true. That I don't know how open the fold flaps are.
Kinsala would change.
Yes, you guys are immediately seeing that Kinsalo is holding a bright red rag of freshly wiped blood, and there's a lot of injuries on him, and a lot of blood.
Critter, this is a note for later. I'm in this scenario. I'm just wondering what Alfie sees as opposed to what I see.
Yeah, nothing that would have been. I would say Alfie is free to communicate that kind of stuff with you, and has not communicated that stuff with you. So if that's any answer to the question, that can be in it. I don't know. I can clarify further in the future.
I'm. I hold out my arm and I have Alfie like just take one of his claws and just stab me on it.
Okay, so go ahead and take 1 point of damage, and you will also get moved to the screen.
Me as well.
And Toby. Oh shit. Well, at this point, with all of you guys there, I think I can just do, well, shit, let me do that, and then let me do that, and then let me do that.
Oh.
Oh,
Music change. All right.
you may need to puncture Alfie in some way.
That's what I was wondering about.
Yeah.
I'll go in and I will deal 1 point of mechanical damage to Alfie in the
Okay.
right spot.
Okay,
In a
that will
joint.
do it.
So they killed the spear slingers.
Yeah, you all see, and that, as had been reported by kind of the higher ups in Kilodine, 4 spearcasters did accompany Kinsalo here. All 4 of them seem to be slaughtered, ripped apart, their wings torn off their bodies and used as blankets. It is a grisly scene. There is a massive dead spider cooking in the center campfire. The dog that was had been looking like a harmless blink dog is this massive, fat, flat-faced hound-like creature that looks rather intimidating. And then you see the individuals that Telperion may recognize as Darklings that had joined together to represent the kind of feigned visage of humanoid-like creatures, and one of them is slightly larger than the others, which was Eladros.
So they were full on trench coating.
Kind of.
Toby says that.
We just got trench coated.
And they all seem to be asleep.
60.
I knew that dog was evil.
Shh, Jerry.
Good sense. Actually, yeah. Okay. So, King Salo here has my vote, which is that we kill all of them. Stealth up, just start destroying, right? I'm gonna get his spear. Any hesitations there?
No.
Is there a way we can sneak up on them?
I think we can just try, stealth quietly. No, he just Steve as well. He's fine. I think we just go out and try to slit some throats before they wake up, and then just smash face.
Or you could drop that spider on top of them.
I could do that. Actually, I'll do that on the hound. How's that?
Eladros is mine.
All right, I'll get the hound and the two next to him.
I'm gonna point over here in this direction. I'm saying I'm gonna try and sneak over there and do my thing.
Okay.
Toby, I'll stick with you.
Okay. Yeah. That's good.
Oh, important to know. I'm gonna try to tell Raga not to interfere, because I do believe.
I think she's got good instincts. I don't think she's gonna interfere.
Actually, that's true. Yeah, she's my new friend. We're gonna take care of her. All right. Quietest out first, then.
Yes.
Me last.
Yes. I'm gonna this time give Jiri a pat on the shoulder for guidance within the tent, which I'm hoping doesn't trigger anything too loud.
Yeah, no, you're able to keep your voice quiet.
Okay, and then I'll begin to make my way out.
Okay. Yeah, Toby first. Give me a stealth roll.
I do also just don't have control of my guy on this map, but I'm gonna make my
damn
stealth
it!
roll.
It did it different on each map.
Same.
I got a pee into it.
I figured that would be the case for everyone. I will work on that.
Okay, then I'll hold off my stealth roll for right now. Dude, I thought for a second that it was gonna be all the Aarakocra bodies on the fire when you said you see what's cooking, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, no, the Aarakocra haven't been cooked. They've just been drained of blood and have been ripped apart.
So now that we're out, they've been drinking their blood, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Glad we're on the same page.
It's like watered down. It's not like pure, thick,
Sure.
dark liquid, but yes, it is water with Aarakocra and Avariel blood mixed into it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, I think everyone should have control of their stuff now.
Yep.
There might be a refresh needed,
I'm all good.
perhaps.
Jerry's gonna puffy armor inside of the tent, also.
Okay.
Before
Very
anything
fair.
happens.
Yeah, you can go ahead and have that ready.
It's on the couch. What happened?
Just eerie music. That's all. All right, so Toby,
Yes.
go ahead and kick us off with a stealth roll
Let's do it right now.
as I go.
Which
to
one
the
was the
other-
pass without a trace?
Jiri successfully used it when you guys were approaching the first guy. Let's see what these guys' passive perception are.
Tattoo.
Here it is.
All right, got it.
That's what Critter was saying.
Oh.
12 for the boy.
Just reminding you that we did it.
Go ahead and make it to wherever you're trying to make it.
Okay. Pop goes the weasel. Step onto this hay bale.
Okay, so you're standing on the hay bale, which is like some of these are hay mats and bales, but functionally, if you're gonna, do you want to get on it or just like near it?
On it.
It'll be like 2 feet high, so it's not like a big thing, but you're on it. Okay.
On it.
Okay, you get there. You guys heard him making noise, but no one seemed to stir in their sleep.
Drunk on blood.
Yep, even that. I was like, ooh, does the dog have a different passive perception? Nope, same passive perception. That is lucky for you guys. Who's next? Or who's doing what?
I can go last. Roulette, you're stealthier than I.
Why don't we just all go out at the same time? Because if one of us trips, I'd rather not have you stumbling at the folds of this tent to get out there.
Well, I'll just go stand the other side of the tent, and then you go forth.
While they're arguing, Jiri just like goes out of the tent.
All right.
I follow Jiri.
Kinsalo's joining you guys as well. So Toby was very quietly and carefully, and then all of a sudden you guys are just eager to get out there. So give me a stealth roll from Jiri with disadvantage, but plus a d4, and then from Roulette and possibly Alfie if Roulette's trailing behind you, and I'll do one for Kinsalo.
On the second watch, right? So yeah, so warding bomb is gone.
This is functionally at the very end of the second watch, we'll say. So 4 hours have been rested. So not enough for long rest, but. Ooh,
You
solid.
can freeze like that. Oh, you held that pose so perfectly. I was like,
Okay.
I don't think I need to make a stealth check. Tim rolled a 1.
Yeah, you probably really don't.
A 1 and
Many
a
of
2,
you-
so
Yeah, so yeah. Okay, so let me go one by one. Toby got to where he was going. Jiri is going, well, kind of you guys went all at the same time, so actually it was smart not to go one at a time in this case, because Roulette, you'll get to where you're wanting to go, and Alfie will get to where he wants to go. Kinsalo rolled, I thought, somewhat high. Yeah, he will get to where he wants to go, picks up his spear, and at right at the time you all kind of get to where you're going, Roulette, Alfie has stopped rolling in front of you, and you accidentally knee into him. And in that moment, your 10 stealth roll did make a sound, and you see the ones in front of you start to stir, and then you hear whatever Jiri did, which just like causes everyone to stir. So
Wait,
functionally,
can I do this? Can I?
what are you doing?
I
Yeah.
want to be the source of Jiri's one with Jiri.
Okay.
He and I share the lack of stealth. So where Jiri is, Telperion wants to be, and so I feel like Telperion like tries to give him a push ever so slightly, and that like puts 1 foot over, and some like 5 buckets just have to fall simultaneously.
Yes, perfect. So as soon as you guys are about to prepare something,
Wait, Tim has something.
we're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know how like when you're like racing somebody and you're like, we're like pushing each other like to get to the same spot. And we're like smacking each
Yep.
other with our hands, you know.
Yep. Okay, so functionally, as soon as that happens, many of them start to stir and wake up, and the dog, oh shit, oh, get up, men! And so they all start to react, and it's not enough for you guys to have functionally a surprise round, although these individuals are all laying prone, and you guys are in the position you wanted to. So that at least should give some version of, I would think, satisfaction. But let's go ahead and kick off initiative.
I have this
As they all
like,
reach for within their robes and start pulling out daggers and other things.
sword and lightning javelin.
Got it. All right.
Finally.
Do them first. Then them. Then them. Then them.
Damn it,
Then
I'm full
him.
on last right now.
and then him.
Yep.
All right, I think I've got all the rolls. Except it didn't send any of them to the tracker. What the hell? I was clicking on each individual one. Oh, geez. This is going to take me a second.
I have 3 different drinks to take out of this front of me.
Add turn. Add turn. Add turn. That's frustrating because it should have added them all.
What do you need first? I'll call them out for you.
Give me Kinsalo.
Kinsalo is up higher with 11.
Thank you. Give me the Darkling Elder.
Darkling Elder was 20.
Nice. And then this one, just start shouting out random.
The Hound was 12.
Okay, got it.
And then I'll give you just the other Darklings.
Yeah, just go one by one. I'm putting them in a clockwise motion,
Sure.
but that doesn't matter for this.
17, 8,
Okay.
16,
Okay.
9.
Got it. Thank you much. You, then 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 you. All right, that'll do. Thank you very much. We will kick off with Jiri. You are the first to act. You look down in horror as you've knocked over 5 buckets as you and Telperion kind of mismatched your coordination, but otherwise you see these guys stirring and looking up at you, about to act, and you are quicker.
Well, might as well be loud. And so he takes his hands and like lightning starts to sparkle on his fingertips.
Yes.
And he blasts a bolt of electricity in this direction, going through.
Yeah, you can definitely get four of those guys. So go ahead and roll your damage. I will get on some dex saves with disadvantage because they're prone. And they're still bunched up together, so I'm going to say they they don't each get individuals. They're too close to each other for that in this moment. This is the one closer to you. 15, I think, is a fail. And then the ones further from you also fail. So they all fail. You fry these guys. How much damage are they taking?
Let me roll.
1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 4 and 1. Group 4 and group 1. Got it.
Oh, yeah, I also forgot their fucking groups.
27.
14.
And it is
27.
It's 8d6, not 68. You got that figured out?
8d6. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I looked it up this time to double
Awesome.
check.
Awesome.
1, 2, 3, 4. Those darklings are absolutely incinerated. But you have to blink your eyes for a second, because as the lightning courses through their bodies, it lets out some sort of light from within them as they make their death flash. Not many were close enough, but you are close enough to 2 of them that I need you to please make a DC con save with disadvantage, Jiri.
DC 10 con save, disadvantage. Yeesh.
Con save. Got it.
Oh, me too.
You succeed. Although this blinding light seems like sunlight that was like contained in these creatures that were otherwise very acclimated to the dark, seemed to erupt from these things, but you turn away and shield yourself enough that you are not blinded and don't take any damage. Good on you.
Cool. I'm gonna get
okay.
up behind big guy to help out Kinsalo.
Yep, perfect. You get there. Then it is this guy's turn, the Elder. Ah, damn it. We are having so much fun with you. Ah. And then he will pull out a scimitar and make an attack at each of you. He's going to swipe once at Kinsalo. Hear you coming, turn around and swipe at you. So first one at Kinsalo, which does hit, and then second at Jiri. 16 to hit.
Misses.
Okay, so he misses you as you're running up on him, but he does damage Kinsalo for. He cuts into Kinsalo, and you see like rot and festering dark blood like spread from the wound he left in Kinsalo's chest, dealing some hefty damage. And that will do it for him. Left a big gash across Kinsalo's chest. Otherwise, I think that will be it for his turn. Yep. All right, Telperion, you're up.
Say, Toby, you're up. Roulette, you want my help? Oh, do you got these ones?
We got him.
Alright. Meander on up. Using 30 feet of movement. And
Perfect.
I am going to follow Jerry's lead and throw my lightning javelin through one into the dog.
Very cool. The Darkling Elder, having just missed Jiri, sees your approach and his eyes go wide in horror as you summon this like bolt of lightning that you're about to throw.
Yeah.
So I think, is that a dex? I think it's a dex save from the Darkling Elder, and then you'll make an attack roll at the Yeth Hound.
How do I put this in the chat? Can I?
You might, if you click on the item, there should be a thing, display in VTT. Yeah.
So he's got to make a DC 13 or take 46.
Yeah, let's do that first. Fail.
And then, so make a ranged weapon attack against the dog.
Yeah, and so the dog takes the piercing damage and the lightning damage.
Yeah,
basically.
so I made 15 plus 7.
15 plus 7 definitely hits.
30 to 22. Okay, so the 46 I just roll one time.
Yeah.
So 6, 7, so 12 plus 1 is 13. 14 damage.
Got it. A lightning. So it streaks past. You expect this projectile to impact the person you're throwing it toward, but it just like lightning streaks through the Darkling Elder, definitely dealing significant damage, and then impacts. You hear a as the dog winces in pain and is electrocuted as well.
So, yeah, they both take the 14, and then the dog takes an additional 6.
Got it.
So that was already in hand. With my second attack, I'll use a free interact, get the sliver out, hurl the sliver at. Oh, actually,
Yeah, let me check out one thing. When you hurl a speaking command word. Okay, I was just looking for if it had any language of as an action you can do this effect, but I think it just is an attack roll, so you're good.
I think so too. I will then just hurl my sliver at this. Actually, I'll get in there and just hit with my sword.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I have 10 feet of movement left. I also have a bonus.
That's true, yeah.
30.
Yep.
Can I try to pull the Darkling towards me with my bonus action?
Yeah, of course.
I want to pull him 5 feet towards me. Never mind.
Oh, you see his movement, his kind of composure shifts for a second, but he holds strong.
All right. I'm just gonna, from my spot here. Actually, I'll get in and swing with my blade, Lucent Jade.
Okay. Drawing that and making a strike. Do it.
17.
On the Darkling Elder does hit. It tries to get its scimitar up, but it's not fast enough to deflect it.
Okay. I didn't use my sliver, and I just dropped it because I wanted to two-hand it. So D10.
Got it.
Rerolling that 2. I rolled a 1 instead.
Nice.
So that's 5 damage. The D10 plus 4 is 5. Plus my D. Plus another 4, so 9.
Okay, 9 damage. Definitely seems to wince in pain, and you've already cut into this creature a fair amount. It seems bloodied, and you see like sparks of light like emanating from its wounds. Not blood, but light. It's very strange.
I want to butter him up for Kinsalo, so I'm doing a So how I picture it, this time I go up and I take my sword and I kind of I'm picturing it in a backhand grip, reverse grip, and I bring the sword down across his chest, and then like some green light wisps from my sword mingle with that interior light that he must have, and then as I leave, there's like small explosions of psionic pulse from where my blade struck. So he takes an additional 5 force.
You're 5.
Everything I got for my turn.
He looks pretty damn wounded, and there's light, like a water balloon that's leaking. There's so many little spots of light already on his form. And that'll do it for your turn. All right, now we have these guys. They jump to their feet and separate from being stacked on top of each other. And both of these creatures are going to make an attack at Roulette.
The top one has a disadvantage as Alfie pecks at him.
Perfect. So that one will have disadvantage. We'll do that one first. You see him pull out a little dagger and he tries to shiv you with it. 17, even with disadvantage.
Does not hit.
Oh, your increased armor class, that ain't shit. So, okay, very cool. So it just like deflects off Alfie's arm, mechanical arm that he helped you with. And then the other one will do the same thing, dagger attack.
Well, just want to see it would have missed or would have hit.
Pretty good attack. As you were defending yourself with Alfie's help from that first one, I think a 21 will hit you this time.
I will shield the top one, and then I'll put my mace behind my back, press a button, and he needs to make a con save.
Okay.
DC 15. I think it's 15. Pretty sure it's 15.
He super fails. As his dagger pierces your side or your arm, wherever he's hitting you, you feel the impact of the wounds, but then you feel your skin like almost like necrosis taking over as it's like wilting away. So you take 10 total damage, and he fails his save.
As his dagger goes in just above my flail, the flail lights up, and I am just like illuminated from the back as he is blinded until the end of his next turn.
Yo.
Got it. All right. I will mark him as blinded. Which I'm sure has an awesome icon in here, but I'm really bad at looking for icons quickly. So we'll just do this one. Okay. That group's turn. And then we have the Yethhound's turn. Oh, I hope to save his wings for the witch, but just tear him apart. Eladros, the Darkling Elder, calls over to Yethhound, and the Yethhound turns and obeys. Running towards Kinsalo.
Yeah, he's real big.
And is going to make a bite attack at him.
No shot.
17, I think, does hit. For 11 piercing and 16 psychic. As soon as you see this, like, shouldn't be a grievous wound bite into Kinsalo, he screams in pain and clutches his head as something is happening internally.
I will shield him from some of that.
Okay.
So I feel like at this moment, like I reach out and I like almost touch him, and from where my hand is, like there's like a bubble that forms around him, so it just like cushions the impact a little bit.
Sure.
I rolled a 6, 7, 8, 9 of that piercing didn't happen.
Ooh,
Minus
nice.
9. That was really well done. All right. Kinsalo looks very, very injured, but is otherwise hanging in there. And that is the Yethhound's turn. Kinsalo. Oh, what are you? And he grabs his spear and says, "Bye, Eladros," and just tries to thrust it into his chest.
Give him that big plus.
Get blinded.
Oh, that's kind of weird. Why is that? Oh, that's because of that. 21 definitely hits that guy, and for 10 slashing damage, you just see him pierce and lift up the creature smaller than he is as Eladros like just shines and bursts. And in a death flash, I do need people nearby to do a thing.
Including the Yethhound?
death burn. It will be including the Death Hound. I need you guys to make a Constitution saving throw, including Kinsalo as well.
18 for me.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Damn.
Kinsalo did not make his. Jiri did make his.
This is the 9 damage you
and-
shielded him from.
So you, Jiri and Telperion take half of this damage. So 2 damage, 2 radiant damage as sunlight, searing sunlight escapes this thing's form. But Kinsalo, unfortunately, this searing sunlight just like hits him so hard, and you can see like steam coming off his face.
Jesus.
Worth it. And falls down unconscious. But this
Hey.
creature has been slain, and Kinsalo is unconscious. I need to move that guy so that he can go.
Did
prone.
the Death Hounds fail, succeed?
Yep. Definitely need to do that. Thank you. Succeeded, so he also takes only 2 damage. Roulette, you are up.
Would I have seen the blinding, flashing light of the other? Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna focus on what I'm doing right now.
I would say even passive perception, you're seeing these bursts of sunlight in the space.
I'm just scooting over here. I'm gonna scoot over here, get catty corner with Alfie. Stepping
Okay.
away. Stepping away. from
That
this-
one is not smart enough to like keep his wits about him, so he will wildly swing at you as you rush by with his reaction, the blinded one. So that is disadvantage. Dagger. Still pretty good with disadvantage, but I don't think 19 hits you.
Nope.
Oh,
Very good. So these things move quick, and you just see his wild strike, but you just jump to the side just in case, or maybe it just harmlessly scrapes across your beautiful breastplate. But you do get away from him, and you are welcome to continue.
Swinging twice at this guy.
Advantage. Oh yeah, how do you kill this darkling in front of you?
Oh.
I mean, you're welcome to roll, but
No,
not particularly high health pools.
I'm not gonna. No. I'm not even gonna bother. I don't even know. I smush him back down into whatever bed he was sleeping in.
Yeah, he just got up and then is immediately crushed. And I do need you and Alfie to make a con save.
Con save, you said?
Yep. A little less severe sunlight flashes out of the little ones as the big one, but you succeed. And how about Alfie? I don't know if Alfie can even.
what about the blind dude?
He cannot see it. You have to be able to see the light. So that's actually kind of fun.
On Alfie.
But yeah, so you and Alfie hold your wits about you. The searing sunlight is not enough to injure you, and you are not blinded, certainly. That one is dead.
And I turn back around to the blinded guy and I swing from a safe distance now that I know.
Also, yep, that's true, and also still with advantage since you are an unseen attacker. 16 is enough. You hit.
Call your smitey fly out. Smite.
7
Smitey.
total bludgeoning damage is not quite enough. You bash this thing in the head and knock it back a little bit, but it is blind, and you see like the sunlight escaping from the wound you left it, but it's hanging in there.
Alfie, go peck his eyes out. He's not using them anymore. 1d20 plus 4. I'm gonna have Alfie.
Yep. Advantage.
1d20. Oh. 2d20 plus 4. A dirty 20.
Definitely hits,
And it's
and will very likely, almost guaranteed kill.
1d8 plus 3. 10 damage.
Oh yeah, kills him.
Sorry.
And I need another con save from Alfie.
23. 3.
That thing is killed, and Alfie couldn't give less of a shit about the sunlight bursts.
He goes back into his ball.
Oh, I saw. I
Perfect.
pictured his eye shutters closing.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my turn.
Beautiful. Toby.
Okay, I'm gonna begin by casting Spirit Guardians. Choose damage type Radiant, but not Fey. It's Angelic. That doesn't matter right now.
What is the radius on this bad boy?
15, and I'm designating Roulette and Alfie as unaffected from this.
Got it.
It's
Got it.
concentration. I'm now going to move. What is my jam? Let's do that. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and from this distance, I'm gonna bonus action cast Spare the Dying on Kinsalo.
Okay. Okay. You are able to do so.
Stabilize.
You definitely feel. You saw him fall down, and you immediately cast this out, and you do feel purchase with that magic.
Cool. I'm gonna stand here, and that's my turn.
As soon as you, what does your Spirit Guardians look like? Have you ever cast this before?
I think I did once, and it is like, in general, when I'm casting spells, there's the emanating silver mist. It like emanates in an aura, and when it affects something, all the mist like kind of like dives in and like
Okay.
swirls around it, dealing damage before it expands back out into the
So it
aura.
looks like translucent silver mist and fog are billowing from you, which like
Currently.
can attack a creature. That's very cool. And as soon as these creatures start their turn in it, I believe they need to make whiz saves. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. The one on top
That is
And
a
the one on bottom?
success. That is
and a fail. So one will take half damage and one will take full damage.
11 damage, rounding down, becomes 5 to the guy who succeeded.
11 damage. You see one of them explode,
Yes.
Which I'm.
and the other one survives. But we'll see how that goes for him. As the first one,
both
as it explodes.
con
Yeah, you guys need
saves.
to give me con saves.
Yikes.
And you
Ooh,
both
wow.
crit fail, so I'm going to say the damage that usually doesn't happen except for on the Elder's turn will proc here. But you take 7 and are blinded, and it also takes 7 and is now destroyed. And I need you to make another con save as it dies.
Wait,
Oh.
this one.
Oh, I was
The
doing that to keep up my Spirit Guardians, but
Oh, there's that too, and the con save you just rolled could serve as the concentration check. But then give me one more for the final
No.
death flash before I get to Steve. I think.
No, he doesn't have to make it. He's blinded.
You said that earlier.
I
Oh,
did get
the
blinded
first
by the
one.
first one.
Yeah, he didn't get blinded by the first one. He got blinded by. Wait.
I got.
Yeah, he did.
I failed the con save. so
Yeah,
I
he did get blinded. You did get blinded by the first one, so you don't take damage from the second one, but the other one did take damage from the second one. So you functionally kill both of them. It's a little bit of a chain reaction of things, but you escape the damage for sure. So
I took my
good call,
7
Steve.
damage. It looks like I succeeded on keeping up Spirit Guardians.
Well, I think that's what we're saying is you don't take that 7 damage because you were blinded
No,
by the first
no,
one.
no. The first one did 7 damage and blinded him.
Oh, the second one he's not going to take
And then the
damage from.
second one
Got
he's
it.
immune
Got
to
it.
because he's
We're
blinded.
And
gonna
you
let
saved
you
on the
know how to
concentration.
DM.
Yeah. No, that's great. You guys are tracking things better than my brain can handle right now. So,
Cool.
Cool. Got the 7. You're keeping the spell up. Both of those creatures are in fact dead. Jiri, you are up.
I just wave at Jerry and I say, "I've got Kinsalo. Go for the dog. You hated it, remember?"
Yeah. I'll be like, okay, sounds good. And I'm gonna jump and I'm gonna like straddle over top of him to kind of like protect him from the dog.
Okay.
And I'm gonna attack, or I'm gonna bonus action, focus on this dog, and then I'm gonna draw Stormbender's Edge. I'll say Jiri's
Yes.
new little saying. It's very similar
Yeah.
to the old one. Lightning flashes and thunder roars. I summon to me a mighty sword. With this heroic pledge, my foes will face Stormbender's Edge. He draws it.
Amazing.
Swing. Yeah, twice.
Go ahead and roll it.
1 and
23 absolutely hits. And 18 also does hit.
Jesus.
32
For
damage.
I imagine both of those were two-handed, so 19 and 13 for 32 damage of slashing and electricity. And is your focus damage built into this roll already?
yes, it is. Yep.
Okay, so 32 damage. That dog looks extremely cut up and injured, well past the point of being bloodied, but is still alive.
All right, and then I'll just say to Telpiran, yeah, grab Consolo.
Well, just don't stand on him, and I will.
No, I'm straddling him, so you can like pull him between my legs.
All right, fine. I'm gonna go here and pull Consolo one back.
Kind of fireman's carry him
Yeah.
backward. Got it. Very cool.
And I'm gonna get a potion from my bag. And I'm gonna feed it to him.
Okay,
Grab his bag,
go
fill
for it.
up, put the potion in there.
Action to administer a potion. Go ahead and roll it.
2d4.
If it's a normal healing potion, then yep, 2d4 plus 2, and remove it from your inventory.
7 health.
7 total. Got it. Yeah. Yes. We got it. He coughs up a little bit of blood, but hey,
Good.
you're a sight for sore eyes as he looks up at you. Thanks for that.
You're welcome. It was worth it. Just stay here and watch. And then I'm going to, using my action surge, go carve up this dog.
Okay, go for it. 1, 2, 1, 2.
I have 40.
I know you would have used double movement to pull him back, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think you can get there.
Okay.
If that works.
Cool.
Go ahead, roll it with advantage.
Two-handed. Rolling at advantage on the first one. Where's my other die? 19 plus a million plus 7.
Definitely hits.
All right.
Million.
So that's a D10 plus a D4. 7. Rerolling the 1. So 10 plus 4. 14 on the first strike.
How do you kill it?
All right. How do I kill it? Oh, can I? All right. So I wind up and I put the sword through its neck, and then I hop up onto its back, and I telekinetically rip the sword out the rest of the way, and then I summon it back and hold it in my hand.
Gross.
And then I
Very
just kinda
fucking cool.
ride it as it falls down.
And as it dies with a mournful, strange baying noise, it collapses dead. Good job. Combat is over. There don't seem to be any threats in the vicinity.
What does in this clearing? Is there access to skylight?
There is not. It's less densely populated with trees, but the canopy still knits
So-
together enough to prevent any sky from getting down here.
I will let my guardians fall. That does. Okay.
Hey, where's Naga? Raga?
Raga.
Raga! Are you okay? We want to help you. The Darklings are dead.
You can make your choice of persuasion or perception check to either convincingly call her or see where she is, her whereabouts.
Telpiran, you look. I'll call for her.
I
works.
looked for her. It's a 12.
Okay.
And I'm
How
looking
about
for
you,
her.
Jiri?
Come on out. We're friends. The evil guys are dead. It's Jajiri, the cool dude that you saw earlier.
You feel like you're being very friendly and warm and inviting, and yet neither you nor Telperion see her in sight. possibly using the chaos to run away or something. Maybe she saw her masters getting slaughtered.
Good on her.
Yeah. She's pretty smart. She'll take care of herself. I go help Kinsalo up.
Okay. Hey, thanks for your help back there, friend. Maybe got a little ahead of myself with my reckless desire to see that thing gutted. But wait,
Actually, no, that same desire.
where'd he go? And he looks down and around, and there seems to be ash where those creatures were. No bodies left behind, completely incinerated by the sunlight that escaped them.
Do I know what those were?
Yeah, you think they're darklings, very common, like even without a roll, darklings are just very common minions in employ of the Queen of Air and Darkness and her various needs amongst the Unseelie court.
Oh, you probably need
Without the adrenaline kicking in, I might throw up another time or two. But
Moby, do you have any spat healing?
Yeah. I'll walk up behind Kinsalo and lay a second and then a first level Cure Wounds into him.
very cool, for a total of?
So this plus 4. So, woohoo! 16 on the first. 16 and then 10. 26 healing to him.
Got it. Very nice. He seems very much restored vitality-wise. His heart rate kind of slows. His breath gains control. Pretty unique magic you got there, friend. I don't suppose you can do anything for the dead, can you? And he looks solemnly toward his slain companions.
Having tended to him, I will first start with throwing out Spare the Dyings, essentially to please him. I know they won't likely take hold.
Yeah, you do notice his his attention on you when you're casting magics, but as you knew would be the case, there's no purchase to that magic. These are too far gone.
What do birdkin do with their dead?
I'm gonna, without listening,
Usually funeral pyres. I mean, if we can pry that foul carcass away from the flames, perhaps.
I will
Kinsalo,
lift.
we can do that. I could also spend some time and preserve them, potentially, and I don't know if it's worth trying to return them to their homes before sending them off.
To die as an Oricor scout in battle is as proud a death as they could have. I don't know that they could be returned, whether or not they should. I think we can honor them with a funeral rite.
I hold up my hand, and I assume I can lift it.
It's too heavy for Kayer.
Yeah, but with my movement.
Yes, with telekinetic movement, you are able to, and it does have heft to it, even through your magic, but you are able to pry it off, and its limbs just like stay retracted, not listening to gravity, but just like restricted from the lack of blood flow pumping its movements.
You were supposed to drop that on the dog, Telperion.
I check it over here. Yeah, but I wanted to copy you and throw my new javelin.
Yeah, makes sense.
Hey,
copying my moves are better than using your own moves. You're right.
Do you think I could
have retort?
Maybe get some rest?
Yes, we are also all in need of it.
Okay.
Is there?
Why don't we make our own camp a little while away?
Yeah, let's get out of this clearing.
Okay. Hey, thanks for everything, but certainly for helping avenge them. You also see Jiri, funnily enough, riding an owlbear that's on the map, but is not truly there. But you guys do see, as the illusion has lifted from this space, you see a number of cages back here. All of them currently empty, but some other version of intent to these creatures outside of that was masked via the illusion.
Kinsala, is there someone you would want me to let know that you're all right?
Yeah.
Lady Kyatra.
No. Could you tell Altari that I'm okay?
Yeah.
How do you do that exactly?
Similar magics. Give me a second. I'll let you know what she says.
Okay.
Going to cast Sending. That I am
Okay.
going to do.
D100 roll.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna do my message before seeing if it goes through or not.
Yes, I do need a D100 roll, and then I need a different roll.
Okay. Oh, because magic in the Feywild, probably. Or, I don't know. Not gonna ask.
I love when Critter smiles.
Just delightful little things.
So,
Party mode. You guys found a little Easter egg on D&D Beyond?
Found a little Easter egg on D&D.
When you're on a character sheet, if you float around, you'll find a little secret.
That's pretty funny. I am not in anyone's character sheet at the moment.
It's top right.
Are we waiting on right now?
I don't know what we're waiting on. Oh,
It's not the dancing wizard thing, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
little party.
That's been a thing for a while.
I never found it until now.
Okay, Sending and send that, prompting a D100 roll.
Yeah, D100 roll first.
Something in the middle. Beautiful.
21 goblins.
Okay. You feel the magic take. You feel this thought leave your mind and words successfully. But now I need a D20 roll.
Which bird does it go to?
Oh, wow. Okay. A moment goes by and you hear, Kinsalo is okay. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Which of this is you reaching out? Please,
she knows it's
keep
me.
him safe.
Recognizes you as the sender if it knows you, and can answer in a like manner immediately.
Okay. So, thank you for reaching out. Keep him safe and bring him back to us.
Open my eyes, and she is ecstatic to know that you are well. She is sad to hear of your companions, and hopes to see a safe return for you.
Thanks for doing that. She's like a sister to me, pretty much. So,
Yeah, I knew that.
You
Well,
tell
shall
her
we lay
Jerry
it
said
down?
hi.
Oh, Jerry, you gotta let me know before. Like, I'll throw that in. Is it okay? Okay, new thing. Anytime
That
I
should be
send
the
message, Jerry
last
says
few
hi.
words.
I can give up three words every time. I'm down for that.
While this is going on, I'm just gonna go gather the bodies of the Aarakocra and lay them gently on the fire.
I will help
you
out
are
with
able
that.
to do so. All right. Both of you help get them onto the fire. It's a rather grisly scene as they are not whole humanoids. There's a stray entire wing that had been draped over one of them, and you lift that in, and it's grisly, but you guys do honor to the dead. And otherwise, do you make a smaller camp nearby but a little bit away?
I'll be the last one out because I want to check out the camp.
Yeah, I want to look around too.
Okay.
Toby, do you want to go with Kinsalo and
Yeah.
start setting
Yeah,
the
let's
camp?
go.
with the
Let's
wall?
go. Take a look for somewhere safer.
I'm gonna grab pillows and shit.
All right, Jerry and I tear it up.
Go ahead and give me
Yuri helps
investigation,
over
both
it.
of you.
Jerry helps me tear it up. 15 plus 6, 21.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
5,000 gold.
I took that at advantage, right?
You can either do it with advantage or you could
Yeah,
both roll,
I did
whatever
it
you
at
prefer.
advantage with Jerry.
Okay. You find. Just want to describe it correctly. You find numerous bits of like fine silks and otherwise. Like there are some things that were, although illusion masked the entire vicinity, there are some fine living things here. So you can add some silks and robes to your inventory, as well as I would say you find traces of remains in some of the cages, various dead animal bones, maybe some blood that you think could have been from possibly a real Eladrin at some point, as well as a hedge witch's gardening cane, which is not in D&D Beyond yet, and wrapped around one of the bars of one of the cages is a bit of Feywood ivy
Ooh.
that you suspect, similar to the nature of dryad leaves, is likely to occur where a dryad has interacted or trespassed or they have existed in some capacity.
Can I remove the ivy?
Yeah, you can pry it loose from the bar and you can add a
Okay.
Feywood ivy. Yeah. Also not in D&D Beyond quite yet, but
I kind of sniff out the cane. Is it just so it's a cane?
it is. It's a long wooden cane with some bits of metal affixed to the top and bottom. The top looks like a beautiful rose that has been coated in silver, and it's got like a hooked edge so that it could be like wielded as a weapon. But you see along the shaft some like dark, kind of like rot or like wood blight that has like been permanently bound to the staff.
Looks like a job for a magic doctor to sniff out.
The magic doctor.
No,
Can't believe these guys were broke.
PhD. I think they probably thought they were rich in their own way. They didn't care much for money. Although it is sad. Want to play with this cane until we give it to Roulette to check out?
No, it could be cursed.
Oh, sure. All right, well, let's head back to the group, I suppose.
Yeah.
Nothing left to do here. Do you think we should spill out that blood wine, though?
Probably. Let's break it.
All right. We're just gonna loft the wine, the things into the air enough to like have them land off the deck thing and break.
Okay. So you just like kind of telekinetically toss a couple of these and they just shatter and the wood warps and blood and water, a mix of this weird mixture, flows out of all of them, expelled
Raga.
from their container.
Really glad I didn't drink that, even though it wasn't poison.
Me too. Good thing you told me that half of things here are poisonous.
Look, this one wasn't even poisoned. It's just foul.
Yeah.
So just because they're not poisoned doesn't mean they're not bad.
True.
Poison bad all the time.
Lesson for all of us. And we head back to the camp.
Okay, so you all are able to regroup, and Kinsalo is, enjoying a moment of respite away from effects prying into his mind or illusion, misleading him. Hey, hopefully this probably isn't going to be what you want to hear, but I'm not done. I am extremely appreciative for your help, and especially for avenging my friends. But what I did come to learn from them before things went awry is all of their cage nonsense. They're minions of a rather high up servant of the Queen of Air and Darkness. Supposedly it's some witch that lives not too far from here. They were pretty close to getting us to where they needed to go. They wanted to bring us Aarakocra and me as trophies for this witch. Anyway, I mean to make way to her place because I suspect she might have captured the children of Remnus if she is into this sort of work.
Well, we will have you know that we were tasked with seeing through your safe return. So I think we have shown we're not hostile. In fact, quite opposite, trying to aid you. And if your mind is set on this, we will do our best to make sure you get home safely.
Thanks. You said your name was Gallus, right?
Yes.
Thanks, Gallus. Oh, okay. Well, in the morning, maybe we can get some shut-eye and in the morning head into the forest and try and take out a witch and rescue the children, I suppose.
It's a little more straightforward than we were expecting on our way in here, so I think we're all up for that plan of action.
Hopefully it is. All right. This is a lot. I think I need to fall asleep. And at this point, you have my utmost trust. I don't have the energy to be suspicious of you, so I'm just going to go to bed.
Sure.
All right.
The one to be suspicious of is Jerry. He likes to try to take people's boots.
No, I've never taken anybody's boots ever.
He's just planning on the first time.
Telpyrian likes to claim that I'm trying to steal stuff for some reason.
I barely keep leathers wrapped around my legs, so nothing to steal, really.
Sorry, Jerry.
Sorry, not the. I don't know if this is embarrassing. Just your belt has been untucked. I didn't know if you had noticed that.
Oh shit! Sorry. Oh God,
You were. In
I need to go to bed.
You were in much worse affair. That was not something to be paying attention. I just figured I'd let you know.
Steve's yes. Steve's face is correct. All right. Hopefully the stories of memory lost in the Fae are real. Hopefully I don't remember any of this shit. Okay. Night.
Possible. All right. Night, Kinsalo. Roulette, check out this staff.
I'm already asleep.
I nudge you with the cane. Come on, check it out before you go to bed.
What do you got?
Do you got a spell to burn?
I mean, I can check out what this is. You gotta be patient, though.
I can be patient. I got a plant to look at.
Ooh.
And you guys have a message you want to send? I've got one more for the road.
Yes.
All right, help me craft it.
There's so many people to send this to, but I think the most important one. This is tough. We should either send it to. Wait, hold on. Can I tell you my secret plan?
Let's do it.
Okay, I think we should contact Gene and get him the spy on the Durastians for us.
I've already told you, Gene is like in enemy territory.
Well,
Yeah,
so
if we give
exactly
him-
the right location for a
If we
spy.
give him any information, they could just torture it out of him.
he
So we're not giving
seemed-
him instrument. He's feeding us information.
He has no way of doing that unless we contact him. Then we're saying, oh, every day or every set amount of time we have to check in with him. But I don't think that's a bad idea. Only thing I will say, Jerry, is he sounded a little broken. We could
Right.
try and give him some hope. I
Yeah,
don't know, or maybe some purpose.
Give him hope, and a purpose. Let him know
Oh,
that
you know,
him helping
He then
take
has-
down the Drastians from the inside by getting good intel.
I thought
Okay,
one
s-
time was enough. But it's not my style.
You sounded like you had other ideas in mind. I would like to hear all ideas before committing to the one.
No, he was just complaining with no other alternative idea.
Oh, me? I thought, Jerry, you said you had several people in mind.
Yeah,
So there's
You
so
said
many
there's so
people.
many.
You
Oh,
said, I don't
me?
know who it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Gene's on the list.
What about one of
Gene,
the matriarchs?
Mirage. We could contact
don't worry.
him.
We saw Mirage today.
I lean over my shoulder and I
Oh.
say, if you want to talk to Mirage, Jerry, just take this. And I hand you the sending stone that we have with Mirage.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
All right, you
Um,
get
the
22
Queen.
words.
Airdrie, spare me.
The Queen.
Okay,
That's
we
another
could
one.
Check back in with the Queen.
What about one of the matriarchs?
We could check
Force
in
Hollow.
with Force Hollow.
Yeah, what's going on with Forest Hollow? We haven't
That-
heard from them in forever.
Is what I'm going to do. So we get 22 words because Jiri says hi.
Yeah.
Did you just count Jerry's?
Yeah.
I'm taking these 10, 11 minutes to ritually cast Identify on
Okay.
this cane that I'm gonna keep.
And I play with Ivy.
The Ivy, I'll say, even without a roll, definitely seems magical in nature, and you're not able, although it looks beautiful and quite possibly very usable from an alchemical standpoint, you're not sure what its magical capabilities are. However, with Identify on the cane, it's not titled Head Witch's Gardening Cane, but that's the sense you get when you identify it, because you can feel the ill intent of whoever wielded this at one point, and it is functionally a staff of charming.
Oh. Ugh.
Do you just get to cast Charm Person through it or something?
Staff of Charming is an item in D&D Beyond,
Oh.
so you could add
I'll take
Staff
that.
of Charming. I just didn't rename it Hedge Witch's Gardening Cane, but that's like, you can feel the sense of someone of powerful arcane manipulation wielded and soaked their essence into this cane.
Gotcha. I have added it to my inventory.
Go for it.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So that is that.
Okay, here's my.
Have you
message.
guys determined a message?
Yes. It's going to Ira Middletop.
Okay, so roll a D100 for me.
Okay.
Oh, none of us can do this. Oh, I guess Jerry can. Oh, the other two can.
Beautiful.
Okay, so you feel the magic take hold and leave your mind and lips satisfyingly. However, I also need a D20 roll.
Oh, jeez. What's a 4 for me?
That becomes that. So that becomes that. You're sending it to Ira Middletop in Force Hollow.
And of Force Hollow in the Omen Ruins.
Okay, so I need to think of this for a second.
Oh, jeez.
That happens. Ow! Ugh. What was that? Toby Rama? Is that you?
Oh.
You just heard him.
That hurt my head.
Yes.
Just like a high-pitched whining all of a sudden. That's all the response you get.
We should We should probably have had the sense to say we should message Rebecca. Is that her name?
The druid.
The wood elf.
Oh yeah.
We can
I
do
didn't
that
think
tomorrow.
about
We can do that
Yeah.
tomorrow.
That's amazing.
Well, Ira's alive. I can tell you guys that much. He seemed annoyed. It seemed my spell harmed him in some way.
wait, Ira.
No idea what that's about.
Yeah, I would say caught off guard, alarmed,
It wasn't the
confused.
I remember that's the gnome.
Yeah, I thought you were messaging matriarch.
And in pain, according to his words.
The only thing I got out of that was, and tell Jiri I say hi as well. That was all I got at the end there. So Jiri, Ira says hi.
Unless Jiri is suspicious of you, I'm gonna probably say his passive insight isn't enough to flag that.
If you succeed.
Hmm.
Oh, I still think we should message Jean sometime.
Oh my god. Alright, you gotta tell me.
Okay. But you already hear the snoring of Kinsalo right over to the side of you guys.
I gotta get recharged myself.
Oh my god.
I feel like that's a toad. I didn't know. Yeah. Well,
Just tell both of them. Let them fight over it.
I'm so curious what you're scheming up over there.
no. I read the item description for the cane,
Oh.
and it's
All right, we're gonna roulette.
It's not nothing.
Are gonna go to bed. See you guys in the morning.
who's. Oh, are we doing the same order of watch for tonight?
I already did 4 hours. Can I rest?
We all need rest.
2 hours. No, I did my 2. And I haven't rested any. I could do another 2, I suppose.
I'll start. Topiran, you get your trance going,
Alright.
and then I'll decide someone to wake up.
I guess if I get wake up one of them and then I'll do the last 4 hours.
Or just maybe Elfie could just watch.
Okay.
That's what we'll do.
What?
No,
Alright, just wake up for that in a little bit and then wake me up and I'll do the last 4 hours.
sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. Toby Rama, with you doing first, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Please don't knock me on the back of my head again.
He's so scarred over that.
I know.
And we just got I was verified again by we shouldn't trust the people we camp with.
We didn't trust them. We stayed close to our enemies.
Toby Rama, you just get some unnerving sensations from the surrounding territory. There's amethyst fog that kind of curls in your direction, but then and you ready yourself in anticipation, but it just drifts past you and continues through the space. You hear noises of wildlife in the far distance, but nothing assaults you.
As I periodically glance over anything of note from Kinsalo, I imagine he's pretty much out cold, but is he want to be holding something? Is he anything I pick up on?
He is sleeping in a rather unique position, almost like the natural mannerisms and behavior of a bird that would huddle up into a perch. So although he seems very elven in some humanoid regard, he has quite a few traits of avian. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I'll walk over to Roulette. Tap, 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 tap.
Morning. Oh, not morning.
Ish.
I'm out.
Will you grab Topiran when you're finished up?
Of course.
All right.
DM, just a quick question. Wand of Magic Missiles. It has an internal clock for every 24 hours, I'm assuming.
This is a really clever question, because yes, you will find that although dawn doesn't wake you up here in the thing, you will have a sensation of, oh, that's what time it is, as your wand does recover charges.
Perfect.
After your shift concludes.
Dawn, yeah.
Yeah.
I will make my perception check.
Please do. Oof.
Love it.
You start to nod off a little bit in your sleep. Understandably, it's been a long, long, long day. You've traveled across the continent and across plains to get to this spot. And finally, you wake up. You're not sure how much time has passed, but you never woke up Telperion, and everyone seems safely asleep. You're just not sure how much time passed in your watch. Could have been 2 hours, could have been more.
I just quickly go inside and I, Telperion, you gotta get up.
All right, I'm up. All right, watch time for me.
As I'm laying back down, do I know that I'm missing
Watch.
anything?
No, I would say passive investigation. Nothing seems to be missing. You guys' packs and gear is there. But Telperion, as you get up for a watch, everyone's starting to kind of shift and act like they're fully well rested.
I wonder if did I transform that I meant to?
And as you all wake up, slowly feeling rather rejuvenated from the duration of rest, you all level up to level 7.
What?
What the shit?
What? Are you serious?
No, it's so random.
Oh man.
4th level
Archie's
spells.
excited.
Holy shit.
Oh god, I wasn't ready to pick a 4th level spell yet.
That's awesome.
Oh.
Let me find this real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
You can give him the other half.
7. Yep, 7 full sessions. That's kind of the pacing we've been kind of
Wow.
getting
What put us
accustomed
to
to, and it
6,
felt good.
Jermorin?
Jermorin, it's been a while.
That feels recent.
Or resting in Inawe after Dermorin.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm just gonna say, this time I thought I'd give you the level up and long rest before the boss fight instead of right after the boss fight.
That's fine. It is so weird that I have to manually go
I
undo
know
it.
what I'm picking. I'm dumb.
I had to go undo my weapon charges after a long rest. It doesn't get rid of them for me.
Yeah, that is weird.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Odis.
What do I got?
Hey, Jerry. Guess what I can cast?
Haste.
Nothing.
Detect thoughts. I got saved for tonight.
I'm gonna double check, but I'm pretty sure number 1 on my list was banishment.
Also, detecting thoughts in that camp would have been crazy, but I used it on a fairy.
Yeah, it would have been insane.
Oh
Did you level up yet?
Yeah, no.
no, I would. Jiri, I'm glad you like poked Toby and was like, "You getting a vibe off any of these?" Because I was like specifically trying not to like focus on people because I was very thrown off by the environment and like it's so not Toby's neck of the woods.
That's how you level up. You just hit 7.
Yeah. And then if you scroll down to the bottom, it'll show you what anything new you get.
Mm-hmm.
All right, as a
You didn't touch anything else.
grave.
It's Alfie.
Let me know if I need to do any housekeeping items over the next week as level ups get
Oh, baby.
triggered. Because I don't know if like every spell is in D&D Beyond or if I need to like add certain custom stuff or blah blah blah. So.
Banishment, Death Ward, freedom of movement. Oh my God, Telperion, you're gonna get some use out of that. From me.
I already had that.
Locate creatures, interesting. Stone shapes, interesting.
I have another level
There's
3.
I have 9 new spells. Like that's the smallest like list for a while of like new level of spells.
They
It's
can,
not until like
level
7
4s
or
are-
8 that I get like less than that.
they like
Oh,
updated.
just because there's not very many 4th level spells.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, it's a little skimped for the warlock
Which
spell.
makes it easy for me because I only get 1 spell slot for 2 levels or 1 level. Oh my God, I get 1, 2, 3 very quickly.
They updated D&D Beyond. So for defenses, I now have Magical Sweep and like looks really cool, but it's just my usual I can't be put to sleep by magic. But it's just funny like having it in the same category as like fire immunity or in,
I
like,
was very excited, but like I was bummed we didn't get the surprise round in that combat. But then as like the first bad guys started attacking, they were doing necrotic damage. I was like, oh, I finally get to use my necrotic resistance. Oh, and then no one hit me.
Oh.
Have I not hit you with necrotic all campaign?
Nope.
Because I've definitely purposefully like included necrotic damage when I can, because I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that'll be fun for a player to be like, ha, I have resistance to that, but it just I guess hasn't happened. That's funny.
Because what was
6 page.
the thing the lady had? She had Kira had a vial of necrotic resistance. I remember.
That's true.
I don't have any potions of healing.
I
You had bought some.
I bought a bunch of no, like invisibility, speed. And
Who has the
stuff.
potion of greater and the potion of supreme healing?
Not me.
I have greater. You have supreme.
Oh, yeah, I totally.
I have an empty contingency band, so I have no potions necessarily to use right now. Unless we want to put my potion of climbing in
I
there.
want to make sure that I'm not missing any potions of healing because
Also, random question that I literally just, I think I have a blank spot in my memory. Mirage has Ascending Stone and you guys have the other half of it. Why do I not remember that?